Hey everyone, welcome to Shifty's Club. Today I'm going to talk about how to build rogue parties for the video game. I just woke up, so expect a few errors, maybe a few delays or something, but figured I'd get this video in and get it going so people wouldn't start complaining, because I've already had 2 complaints already about why a video game episode hasn't come out yet. It's not good to complain about my videos, because I honestly do not care less about criticism about why haven't you got videos out. I'd rather see stuff like, hey, this would make a great video, or if your videos were tweaked a little this way, like posting pictures, using a slide background or some kind of engine program. I mean, I take that stuff like that, but just saying that we need a video now. But so that was about 4 days ago. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can get for this episode. The last episode, which was the introductory one, not the trading card game one, but the one to introduce the step number 1, basically getting to know every Pokemon that's playable, basically every fully evolved Pokemon, with the exception of obviously the basics that are by themselves and Porygon 2, because some people prefer it over the other one. But yeah, that's basically, after you get familiar with all of them, you need to pick and point out Pokemon, and the best way to do this is to look at individual stats, and the best website to go to would be bulbapedia.bulbagarden.net, and I'll spell it for you in case you don't know. It's BULBAPEDIA .BULBAGARDEN.net, and this is basically the best website I know of to find out which Pokemon you want as far as like base stats stuff, because it's more important to have the right base stat than it is to have Pokemon such as, say, well, let's just take it this way. It's better to find Pokemon that have the right stats than Pokemon that have the right attacks, because if they can't use the attacks properly because their stats are too low, then you just shut yourself in the foot. Because, I mean, say you need a combo going with Shuckle, and obviously his attack is low, but he's the only one that can basically do it. So, I mean, I wouldn't try to making a combo where Shuckle had to actually physically attack or use a special attack and do damage without any side effect, because, I mean, its attack, its special attack are so low. Now, what you do when you get to this website is go to the search bar and click in the search box and type in list of Pokemon by base stats, and it'll pull up an entire list, or it'll have a drop down menu that says list of Pokemon by base stats. Yeah, choose the one with a Pokemon that is the capital P. I mean, it probably really doesn't matter, but just to make sure. And then once it pops up, you have to wait probably just about 10 seconds, and you'll see a little box with a triangle pointing from 4 different directions, or it looks like an X, or a box that's 3D box, like it's pulling towards you or fading away. So basically, what you do there is you can either click on one of those boxes in HP, attack, defense, special attack, special defense, speed, total base stat, average base stat. Of course, the average base stat total would be the exact same as the base stat total itself, because it'd be the same order, but so it doesn't really matter that much. The biggest way to use this is to know that you have Pokemon in alphabetical order. So you got an entire list right there, and basically you can see what Pokemon are in what family groups in case you don't know. That way you can catch that one Pokemon that you're looking for. Say you didn't know that Tynamo evolved into the Electros because it has absolutely no weakness with Levitate, and it's electric type, so there goes the ground weakness, and say you wanted to use it. And you didn't know what its lower evolution was, you figured it'd be some kind of eel, but you haven't caught one yet. So you're looking for some kind of eel Pokemon, but you finally come across a website and say, hey, I found Tynamo. And that's basically the way it is. Like I said before, the best option to do with this is to either click, when you click once into either of the boxes, it'll show from lowest to highest, and then once you click that exact same box again, but you gotta wait a little bit, and it'll pull up the highest lowest, and usually the highest lowest is usually what we look at. Sorry. And basically what happens here, when we get these when we get these stats from highest to lowest, we look and see which Pokemon dominate the category, or we can see which ones have high enough for us. Say you say you want a Pokemon with a high attack power. You double click the one in attack, but you click once, hold for 10 seconds, and then you click again to find the ones, and then you come across, say, oh my god, I'm doing this from memory. You'd have Deoxys attack form, Deoxys Rampardos, Slacking, then I think it's the Deoxys normal form, and then it's crazy. Really, I don't pay too much attention to the very, very high categories, but I do make note of them. Now, the best way to figure out what Pokemon that you want is to use these. And when you see a Pokemon's base stat totals, you can see exactly how high it ranks. Now, when it comes to a physical game, don't think if you see a Slacking that has a 65 special defense base, don't think it's going to be 65. It ranges from 67 to 125, I think. All I can say is since it's this lowest stat, you could work on it. Which I would. And that's pretty much the best way to take an approach from finding a Pokemon, since I know a lot of younger players, such as the junior division by far, they take granted for the Pokemon being such a high attacker instead of working its other stats, and of course they don't give the right move set for the Pokemon that's they're working with. So the best way to really look at this is to pretty much find the stat you want or the Pokemon you want and look at its stats. Once you find such a stat, like you want the Pokemon with the highest speed, which would be, well, since Deoxys speed form is illegal, you'd say Ninjask or a Selgor, and then you keep going down the line, and then you'd figure out which one you want, and then in turn you'd find the Pokemon that obviously had that high stat or had the one stat that you're looking for in a category such like attack, special attack, or say you're working a defense team, like one defense, one high special defense, and your opponent, you're trying to give your opponent a hard time to figure out which one to attack, that sort of thing. Next episode, I'll explain on a really cool technique, because once you learn what Pokemon you want to use and how to see their stats through, I'm going to talk about something, this for the video game, that'll be in 2 more videos. It'll be RNG manipulation. It's a very crazy way of raising your Pokemon, well actually of finding the right Pokemon. And what happens here is we try to find Pokemon with perfect IVs. If you don't know what that is, I'll go into more detail about that, and this will probably take about 2 different videos. I might be able to squeeze it into one, but I don't really want the video going over 30 minutes, but we can see what we can do. And see everyone next episode. Shifty's Club.